The mechanical keyboard scene has reached such a state that cheap keyboards are getting good and good keyboards are getting cheaper. As a content creator, it has been fun covering these great value keyboards. So here I am making the third episode of Best Budget Mechanical Keyboard on the $60 series. Today I'll be talking about the Monka A87, which is also known as Mervo in the West. I already did an impression video in forms of shorts, and now it's time to share the long-term experience. Monka A87 is a 10 keyless keyboard costing just $40 or BDT 4000 here in Bangladesh. The features it packs in make it one of the best value mechanical keyboards I've ever tried. This TKL comes with 5-pin Hotswap PCB with Facing RGB LED, double-shot cherry profile ABS keycaps, Monka's really good custom switches, tuned stabilizers, and loads of dampeners inside for good sounding. This also has a Pro variant called A87 Pro, which basically has the tri-mode connection on top of this, which costs just $45 or BDT 4.5k. It is mostly available in these two colorways, white and black. Basic colorway, but is going to go fine with most of the desktop setups. Case is made of plastic and has a Monka emblem at the bottom right. At the back, you'll find the feet for adjustable tapping angles. The input is via a detachable Type-C cable, but it's a bit off-centered. The keycaps are cherry profile double-shot ABS shine-through ones. Despite being ABS, they are decent quality like all the other Monka boards I've ever tried. Legends are nice, conspicuous, and RGB shines through well. I personally like the cherry profile keycaps as they give more surface area for fingers while typing. This PCB is hot swappable and comes with 5-pin Hotswap sockets. It supports all 3-pin and 5-pin MX style switches out there. The Hotswap sockets are made by CIY. Judging from the engravings on the PCB, it seems like it is also made by CIY as well. The keyboard has full RGB at north-facing orientation. The RGB is quite bright. In combination with the shine-through keycap, they look quite good. You can also control the RGB with the software. It's a very basic one to control RGB, set a macro, remap keys, enable the music rhythm light effect, etc. You can also control the RGB with function key plus arrow and insert key. In addition to all, the keyboard also has native Mac mode layer switching with the press of a key combo, so the Mac users can actually use this keyboard without any issues. In addition to all that, this board has NK-RO and 1000Hz polling rate as usual like all the keyboards in recent times. So before going on to the next part, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel to see me covering amazing value keyboards like this. It means a lot for me and it actually gives me motivation to make better videos. Okay, now on to the switches. The board comes with a lot of switch variants with Monka's custom-made red linear, brown tactile, and some special switches like Sakura Pink linear and Sea Salt tactile. I already talked about how good Sakura Pink linear is during my Monka A75 review. My unit of A87 has Sea Salt tactile switches. This switch has a very good tactility. It has 1.5mm actuation distance, 47 gram of actuation force with 3.8mm bottom out distance. They come in factory looped. Unfortunately, I don't have a testing device to find out more about the switches, and there aren't that many information on the internet. But however, from my experience, I can say that it has a very sharp tactility that starts from the top and gives a snappy rebound, thanks to the 22mm double-stage springs. For faster typing, this switch has been a blast. And as for the sound, the board has factory-looped plate-mounted stabilizers, silicon dampener between PCB and plate that also acts as a silicon switch pad, and has a thick EVA foam on the case. The thought of it all along. Alright, now it's time to hear how the board sound in stock. Yeah, it sounds actually really good. However, I wanted to see how much I can make it better. So, it's modding time. Opening up the board should be pretty simple. You just open the top frame with the help of a prying tool. Remove all these screws and you'll be good to go. You can see that the board comes with a steel plate. With everything that's there, all I did was tape modded the PCB for a fuller sound and tuned the spacebar stabilizers. Basically, wear balanced it a bit and applied dielectric grace. Honestly, I couldn't find anything else to do. This time around, I did try out various other switches to see how it sounds. Don't miss out the sound test series as there will be surprise in the end. So after hearing the sound test, there should not be any doubt that this is a very nice sounding board despite the price. It's perfectly usable right at the stock and should be fine for most users. Not that much modding is needed and a bit of a mod can improve the sound. After daily driving it for quite some time, it's time to go for a verdict. My final thoughts? It's a must-buy entry-level mechanical keyboard if you have a budget in this range. For a user who's getting a mechanical keyboard for the first time, they're surely gonna enjoy this keyboard in terms of tapping experience and sound. Even a few years ago when I started this hobby, I never expected anything like this at this price range, and now we have a lot more. This keyboard made the entry-level keyboards like Red Dragon K552 kind of obsolete. Even a year or so ago, all we used to get was pretty generic and non-hot-swappable keyboard at this price range. A similar board like this was Capture A87 that cost around BDT 7,000 or $70 US. And now we are getting pretty similar keyboard for 43% less price. As TKL is the most accessible layout for majority of the people, this keyboard is an absolute win. At the time of making this video, the other options in the market are Keycool KC84, which I already covered, and that's a pretty good keyboard. And there is the new Jinmeng X87 that also packs in immense value. Also there is this new 65% mechanical keyboard called ZFriend ZS68 that also comes with knob. All these keyboards are pretty close to each other in terms of value. Honestly, you could get actually any of those keyboards if you have a budget of around BDT 5,000 or $50 US, depending upon your layout and switch preference. I'm going to cover all these keyboards in coming days. So don't forget to tune into my channel for many such value keyboards. Please share your experience if you have been using this keyboard and what keyboard you want me to cover in future. So until the next time, goodbye and have a great day.